What is full coverage? Whenever we hear the phrase full coverage, we get a little nervous. The reason is there's technically no such thing as full coverage. The phrase is often used between insurance agents and consumers. However, what is likely meant is that the consumer has been sold something more than minimal coverage. Minimal coverage in Ohio is simply liability coverage in the amount of $25,000 per person and $50,000 per accident. That is what the state of Ohio requires you to possess if you are going to operate a motor vehicle on Ohio streets. So, if you're in an accident and you hurt somebody or you cause property damage, then your insurance company or your bonding company will be required to pay the damages you caused up to a maximum amount of $50,000. Given the cost of medical care nowadays, it doesn't take much to exceed these limits. A minimal policy will not protect you from a host of other occurrences. Therefore, it's a good idea to have additional optional coverages. If you owe money for your car, chances are good that the bank who financed the car's purchase will require coverage such as comprehensive and/or property damage coverage. Liability amounts vary from policy to policy. The most typical liability limit that we see in this office is a $100,000/$300,000 policy. This means that the driver would be protected for injuries totaling $100,000 to one person or $300,000 for multiple people. There is another optional insurance called underinsurance or uninsurance coverage. This protects you in the event that you have an accident with another driver and that other driver either has no insurance or they have minimal insurance. In a study conducted in 2015, it was estimated that 12.4% of the drivers in Ohio are driving without any insurance. That's more than 1 in 10 drivers. These drivers also tend to be the worst drivers on the road. So your chances of being involved in a collision with one of these drivers are better than 1 in 10. It is best to talk with a licensed insurance agent to make sure that you are fully protected based upon your unique circumstances. Circumstances can vary from person to person, but generally speaking, it's a good idea to have enough insurance to replace your vehicle, to repair your vehicle if it's damaged, to pay basic medical bills if you're involved in an auto accident, to pay for injuries sustained by somebody else, and to protect your assets in the event you would happen to cause some catastrophic injury to someone. Imagine if you fall asleep driving home from work and you cross the center line and you crash into a carload of cardiologists on their way to a medical conference. The compensation you are legally required to pay in those circumstances could be very, very costly. If you do not have adequate coverage to pay that compensation, then your personal assets could be at risk of being attached or garnished.